just been 14 days since the start of New Year, and I am already confused with one goal that I have in mind. So I have my life divided into three parts: my religion, I'm Muslim, my health, and my work, whatever way I want to earn my money. So these are three ways that I've divided my life, and I have three different goals based on each one of them. So there's one for the religion, which is to focus more on the intensity of salat, the intensity of my prayers, to be more focused during them. The health goal is another one. It is to get leaner, stronger, whatever. And the third one, which was YouTube, has me confused now. Not because I don't want to do YouTube. I always wanted to do YouTube, but I did do YouTube, but then something came in. I changed the goal again, and here I am meeting the same situation once again. And this time it's much more tricky because now it's not just about myself. So let me just give a little bit of context. My dad is now on January 2nd. Interestingly, my dad got an offer to work to manage a restaurant of his friends. The restaurant hasn't been going through the best of times, so they want my dad to manage, everything in total, marketing, everything. So I am kind of being pressured to do the marketing for him, because obviously he's much older and I know what social media marketing looks like for this generation. And that's the tricky part. So now it's like, okay, so should I help my dad with the restaurant marketing, or should I focus on my YouTube? And you could say that why not both? Surely I could do both. That was the goal initially. But then I read this book called Essentialism, which talks about focusing on the most essential things and remove the essential things. So just to get it right, there are things that are there are things that are important, and then there are things that are very important. Sometimes you have to sacrifice the important for the very important, and it doesn't mean just kick it out completely, but prioritize the number one thing. That before you do not complete the task for the day for the number one goal, you do not even think about the number two goal. That's the kind of way I look at it. And so the thing with this is that now I'm confused. Should I focus on doing the marketing for the restaurant, or should I focus on my YouTube channel? Even though right now the goal is to post twice a week. But it gets tricky because there's so many things, there are so many variables in marketing for a restaurant, a local restaurant. Many variables, recording, editing, and the traditional means of marketing, etc. And I want to focus. It's kind of crazy because I want my dad to do well, and this would be great for us as a family in the short term and mid term. But something that I've always wanted to do was YouTube. I always wanted to, have a play button somewhere here very soon, inshallah, and be with the best YouTubers in the world. And I've always loved YouTube from the day I started watching it back 8-9 years ago. Fell in love with it. I absolutely knew that I would create videos on it one day. Just never knew what kind of videos, but I knew I would. And so now I'm stuck in this middle ground of what should be the first priority. Should it be the restaurant, or should it be the YouTube? And then I've got college also coming in. Right now it's winter vacations, but then as soon as those are over, we are back to college, and I've got 3 more semesters to get over, which is 1.5 years left. That's a very long time for me to just be like, let's just wait a few months and then college is over. So these are 3 different things. College obviously isn't my number one priority, but I do want to do well. So it's kind of confusing. I've got these 3 things to work on and few other businesses with my family as well that are taking much of my thought. I've sacrificed a few already. I don't want to sacrifice YouTube again. I'm obviously trying to stay as consistent as I possibly can with the videos. But I think it's kind of something we all go through. And it gets tough, but I believe I should focus on YouTube as being my number one priority, and just focusing on the quality of those 2 videos, and then just as soon as those 2 videos are published, I just clear my mind off them and just focus on the restaurant marketing. I just think that's the better strategy. I just do not want at the end of the year, it's December 2026 and I'm like messed it up again, both the goals weren't reached well. Maybe the restaurant did do well, maybe my YouTube did do well, but nothing went completely off charts, off to my expectations. So that's the thing. And it's the reason I'm saying is not for sympathy or for someone telling you what to do really, but it's we all go through the same thing every single year. As soon as the new year starts, we have goals, and in a few days we have got challenges that that counterattack us. I don't know the right word to use, but we are in conflict with our own goals. Should I focus on this? Should I focus on that? The guy who did project 1356, I think is the number, he made a countdown on Instagram from 1356 days, and he at the end said so many of my goals are changed now, and obviously in 12 months things would completely change.